Hi, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of our Solstice transmission and activation. Very briefly, I am Galactic Ashley, and I welcome you into this energetic space. I specialize in bringing through transmissions and activations, and I specifically channel divine guidance for starseeds, connecting them to their star families and galactic lineages. And I use light language frequencies to connect with your cosmic connections to facilitate high frequency healing transmissions and encoded activations. So, with that, let us celebrate and work together to connect with these solstice energies, Solstice 2021. I also want to state that these energies that we're working with today, it would be beneficial for many of you, and you'll feel divinely guided to do so, to work with this energy. It doesn't need to be this specific transmission in this moment that you're hearing, but after you do this once, you may be guided to come back and do it again, or to facilitate your own version of this with yourself. The beings have stated that working on this now in alignment with this solstice all the way through until the winter solstice can be very, very beneficial, meaning that the energies are in alignment to do this. The earth body and our physical structures and this point of ascension is asking us to do this. So this will align with you or it won't, and that's okay, because that is the beauty of energy. So with that, let us begin. So we will be connecting with our energy, connecting to the new earth, and the purpose of this is to release the memories and the memory crystal of Holocausts and the erasing of the mother and the feminine principle from our memory. And we will be activating the true, authentic feminine principle within us. Okay. We're also going to be working with a lot of dragon energies as well. Okay, so let us all take a deep breath in. And with every breath that we take, we imagine that our heart energy field is expanding further and further. And we find ourselves becoming more and more in our true and divine alignment. Mahana is breathing with us too. We find ourselves being magnetized into the center and the heart of the new earth, the earth that always was, is, and will be, the earth that we know her to be. As we are in this space, we invite the ultraviolet dragon beings to draw a flaming circle of light around us. And as this happens, we find ourselves aligning even more and activating and becoming our home frequency, because we relax, we feel safe in this divine structure and energy field that has been set up for us. And as these multi-spectrum of ultraviolet frequencies emanate out from the core of the new earth, from this cosmic structure that we are in and experiencing, It sends out the clarion call so that you are able to invite your soul's guidance system in, or your healing team, those beings and guides that you regularly work with, your multi-dimensional, multi-galactic aspects. So you may do that now as you begin to feel the energy shifting and more of who and what you are begin to fill your space, fill this space. You connect with your divine blueprint, and as you do so, you begin to invite your home frequency in further and further, recognizing that you have your own unique sound and tone that is unique to you and only you, and this is what your divine blueprint is. So as you feel into this and you allow yourself to feel your home frequency, you begin to remember who and what you already are. Keep breathing. You feel your skeletal system and you begin to connect to your bones and your skeletal structure, because you know that you too are crystalline, that your bones are crystalline in nature, and that they are emanating the frequencies of your soul self, your true self, your divine self. They are light codes and frequencies connected directly with the earth body, remembering that she has co-created your physical structure, that you in essence have embodied in order to have this experience that you are having in this moment. So feel your skeletal system connect with your bones as this crystallinity that is within your physical structure begins to vibrate and resonate out into your body. And as this happens, your cellular structure begins to light up, your DNA begins to form its perfect bundles, its divine spin, as you yourself begin to feel your own torus field as it shifts around you and spins around you. And you know that in order for this torus field to exist, you must already be connected to your divine feminine and divine masculine energies. So as you are in this space, you allow your sacred core, your core self, to expand further as more energy comes down into your system and unites with your heart field as these energies begin to spin around you, and your torus field becomes more expanded. And you feel yourself in this beautiful divine alignment. You are the crystal body. Your skeletal system reminds you that you are the crystal body. You are a Christed being embodied in a current form and structure. You are sacred geometries. The crystal body functions as the multidimensional structure that interconnects consciousness, energy, and biology. It builds the necessary energy structures for the light and sound bodies to link with all of your higher spiritual bodies from within this physical form. You are solar synthesis. You are able to receive these solar energies that have been coming to us throughout time. You are able to open to these energies as our Earth's sun star opens itself, opens its own stargate, heart gate, and is in pure and true alignment with the great grand central sun, and we are able to open ourselves to receive these energies, and our skeletal system, our crystal body, supports these energies and frequencies. We feel, sense, know, and some of us may be seeing the Crystal Dragon Collective and beings that are here supporting this planetary alignment and adjustments and ascension process, and are helping to facilitate these connections that we are making. So as we connect with this crystalline consciousness that is part of the Dragon Collectives, we follow them through chambers and portals and energy systems as we weave ourselves deeper into the sacred space that is held secretly and quietly in the deepest chambers of the cosmic heart that is held within Gaia and her energy systems. So we follow these precious giant beings that are embodied in this moment to help us to facilitate this connection with our own earth body and with Gaia's earth body, and specifically with our cosmic heart and the cosmic heart of the earth herself. So we follow them through tunnels and transitional spaces as we find ourselves turning a corner, and in this corner, all of a sudden we step into this path, into this entry point. And as we cross this transition, we know that we are held in a space that is galactic, that is heart-centered, and it is the divine feminine that is embodied within the earth. And as we cross this threshold, we enter in to the planetary body, into this logos of pure creation. It is where the crystalline consciousness enters into this field of energy. It is also a stargate, a portal, an energy field that is directly connected to the Grand Central Sun and multiple crystalline energies that are here to support the earth as well as ourselves. So we find ourselves walking deeper into this space, allowing our energy bodies and our physical structures to begin to increase in resonance, to allow these higher vibrational frequencies to move easily through our structure. And as we are doing this, we are preparing ourselves to receive solar dragon codings, to open ourselves to receive and merge with the Sophia codes, so that we are able to activate our divine feminine. As we come into the center of this space, we feel energies encircle us from all around, and we know that they are supporting energies, and some of us even feel directly connected with these energies. We may feel that they are our families, and for many of us they are absolutely our families, and for many of us, through our embodiment into this planetary plane, we are holding part of their cellular memory within us, so we are still connected to them. We feel the Hyperborea collective that is here. And when we feel into that energy, we feel the heavenly masculine and the receptive feminine in one union together, for that is the nature of that energy collective. We also sense and feel the divine truth of the Cathar body, the Cathar collective. This is the truth of what it means to be embodied, where the divine feminine and the divine masculine are valued equally, but their differences are exalted, are celebrated, are honored, but they're valued equally. We also feel behind us the Mu and Lemurian collectives. These are the divine feminine frequencies that were able and are able to vibrate in union and in oneness with this planet, that are divinely connected to water and to the cetacean beings. And so we feel the support of these energies. We also feel the Eiyenis, or the Yanas, these extremely high vibrational ascended masters that are beyond the ascended masters that you may have memory of or that you think of in human form, but these are the sacred geometries that are filled with light energies and light codes. They are filled with information and love and divine connection, and are part of the unity consciousness. And you feel their support. So as you're in this space, it is silent, but in this silence are many, 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 many frequencies. It is not too loud, but they are primordial sounds and vibrations that fill your body and this space, and this huge space which is completely covered in humongous crystals. And this is this creation space of the divine cosmic heart. And you allow yourself to continue to adjust and to bring yourself into alignment with these frequencies. You easily shift into alignment, and it is as if there are pillars of light. So first there is one pillar of light that comes down, and you see it. It doesn't startle you, but it brings in a very specific frequency. The sacred sounds and vibrational fields, the primordial codes. It brings in a tone. There's one pillar, and then another pillar comes down, and then another pillar, until there are 12 pillars in this space. These are all frequencies and pillars of light, of pure energy that comes down in divine vibration. And you have this perfect harmonic of these 12 pillars of light. So as you breathe into this space, you can bring your hand up to your heart and place it over your sternum. The human sternum once activated, is the master crystal of the body. So we say this because for those of you that are here to release trauma, these collective traumas, because you are a part of the collective consciousness that is the Cathar, that is Hyperborean, that is Mu and Lemurian, or that is part of the Eieyani. When you reach in, since you are in your presence and your divine balance, trust that when you reach in behind your master crystal sternum, you will find another etheric master crystal, and it will light up, and you can reach in and pull this out now, and just hold this. For those of you that when you reach in, you do not find this, do not worry, for you will still connect to the wounded divine feminine and your own experiences. So even though all consciousness memories from all identities and aspects from every experience that you have ever lived has already been downloaded and recorded into your cellular structure throughout the universal timeline systems and the codes that are available within your personal blueprint, when you are aware and when you are in this moment, it is important to know that all time is existing in this infinite now, and when you are aware of this, you understand that as you heal and you find these points and these memories that are held within you, as you heal them now, they have an effect on both the past and the future. And by removing these memories, you are erasing their negative impact upon your consciousness and upon the collective consciousness. So a negative impact is caused when we have been fractured from pain and soul damage. And we must find and integrate these aspects and parts within ourselves, or within these timelines, within these experiences, and within these memories. This is the importance of remembering your true self and remembering the true memories and discerning from the false memories. And by applying and healing unconditional love frequencies and using your heart to transmute these frequencies, we are able to remove and erase the negative impacts which cause pain, fear, and trauma that we hold within our physical structures. And each time we hold something within our physical structures, we are also allowing it to be held within the earth's body. And it impacts our present thoughts and behaviors. And we may, and most likely we are not conscious of these frequencies and these energies, but this is the beautiful part about coming together in these transmissions and receiving these frequencies. So you can keep your hand held over your master crystal in your body, so that you are here to witness those that are healing themselves, but are truly rescuing and retrieving these collective frequencies that have been trapped in the earth body. And it is important to understand that while there is no difference, the difference is that when one is part of a collective, any one of these collectives or your star family, remember, is also a collective, it is necessary to approach the healing from a collective rather than an individual mindset. So for those of you that are here, that are present in this moment, that know and that are holding the etheric double that is the master crystal, Keep holding this, but you are here for a collective purpose because you have chosen as part of your mission to come here to heal this specific aspect of the divine feminine that is held within the earth's body, so that this aspect can be reintegrated into your collective consciousness, your Lemurian collective, your Cathar collective, your Hyperborean collective. So just breathe that in. So as we stand together in this healing and holy place, we begin to feel more energies coming through. And from the center of this space that we are in, a humongous golden, light-bodied chalice emerges from the center of these 12 pillars of light. And you recognize this chalice and its creation. You know that it is the embodiment of the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and the earth in one dynamic, balanced, holy union. In many ways, it is the trinitized form. It is you. And you feel these solar codes that are coming from above and are filling this cup, and they are overflowing, and there are multiple frequencies of solar energies that are coming in to fill this space. And it overflows, and as the chalice begins to overflow, these liquid crystalline waters begin to fill this sacred geometric pattern that is the flower of life. And in each one of these flower petals exists the perfect, unique vibration, the perfect tone, so that there are these pools made of these petals of flowered energy. And together, this sacred flower creates the whole unity consciousness, each petal a fraction or a fractal of the whole, while still containing the divine. It is still a whole. It is still holy in its wholeness. So as you feel these energies, and bathe in these frequencies that are coming through, these liquid crystalline frequencies. Some of you may find yourselves shifting your physical body, sneezing, yawning, coughing, because the exact frequencies of the energies that you need in order for you to accept and to breathe in and to bring the divine feminine frequencies into you and to remember them are present. And the divine feminine requires space, requires breath. We will bring in the activations to release these energies. We will hold a loving intention and a heartfelt energy prayer that is dedicated to the power of the forces of spiritual love that are inherent to the cosmic heart, to this great galactic cosmic heart that is accessed through our own heart frequencies as we merge these frequencies into the center of the cosmic mother and the cosmic heart that already exists within the universal complex and field that is the new earth, that is all iterations of the earth body as they come into oneness in this space, so that we are able to connect to the universal energy codes within the 0 point heart field that is being held for us by the dragon consciousness. And as we hold this intention, we breathe in deeply, and as we exhale, we understand and remember that it is within our exhale that we embody and that we animate the breath of the divine feminine, and through this animation awakens the sacred geometric structures of life. It brings form that within our divine feminine, what we once perceived to be our fractured self that was not whole, we remember that as we open ourselves to breathe in this source light energies, these solar frequencies that are available to us, it is that in breath that we allow, as we are the chalice that brings these energies in, and we are bringing the masculine knowledge. All this means is to give and to receive. We must receive in order for the divine action of knowledge to come here. In order for the divine masculine to give, we must be willing and open to receive. And it is through this that we breathe. And it is this breath that gives life and brings life and form to our creations. As the stem of the chalice is the masculine energy, and it is the cup of the chalice that is the reception for the divine feminine, and it is the base of the chalice that is the earth and the earth body, and this is what we are connecting to. This is the union of the whole. This chalice is in many ways our body. It is our wholeness. So as we open ourselves to becoming and merging with the chalice body, the receptacle, feminine aspect, the stem of the masculine aspect, connected in this core of the earth, we are able to receive the light of the divine frequencies, the grand central sun, these energies which pour down into us through our sun star, which is the stargate and the portal that is in perfect alignment. We remember that we are the solar suns, the SOULAR. We are the solar suns. We are the physical manifestations of divinity that come into form. We remember the way of the chalice, the perfect balance and union of masculine and feminine energies. We uphold the path of the knowledge, for we are the children of the suns. We are the solar suns. We are the souls, the divine souls that incarnate into this present moment here with purpose. And through this recognition, we are able to heal. So for those of you that are here to heal a personal aspect of your divine feminine self, ask that the aspect be shown to you and that it arrive on the frequency of truth, so that you are able to see this with clarity and hold the divine feminine and masculine energies in your connection as you watch this. So you can call up a feminine wound from within your own personal timelines that you have experienced on this planet or another planet. And allow yourself to do that in this moment, and you can connect through your own master crystal and keep your heart over your chest. For those of you that have found your master etheric, your etheric crystal, your master crystal, your etheric double, you can hold that now in your hand, and as you scan the room and that you find all of these petals of the sacred flower that this chalice is overflowing with and filling all of these pools of liquid crystalline light. Find the petal that is resonating with you. Maybe you will experience the Hyperboreans or the Lemurians or the Cathars or the Eieyanis. Ask one of them to step forward. Ask their consciousness to step forward and to help you to remember and to guide you to one of these pools of energies so that you can drop your etheric master crystal that you have been holding within you. For many of you, through multiple timelines and incarnations, and this in and of itself is like giving birth because you are giving back. You are giving back to your own collective consciousness of which you are a part of, remembering that only a Hyperborean can help a Hyperborean and only an Eieyani can help an Eieyani. So you are here with alignments and codes and part of the sacred structure that keeps you connected always with your collective consciousness that is from these fields of truth and existence of which you are a part of. And as you allow this energy, this etheric master crystal to go into these light pools, feel into this shift, and you yourself also can step into this space and submerge yourself in these crystalline pools, in this petal of energy, in this fractal that is part of one of these sacred petals. As you step in to these pools of crystalline liquid light, you are submerging yourself and embodying creation, unity, because everything within this universe, within this experience, from this God source, can be built from this blueprint, which is the sacred flower of life. It does not matter which petal you are in. You understand that you are not fractured and that you are whole. And it is just as important to come here to heal a collective consciousness as it is to heal a personal timeline. So engage with this petal of the sacred flower that you have chosen, because it has also chosen you. And listen to the messages and the memories that are held within this liquid light structure. And give yourself a moment to not only release these energies, but to allow this crystalline water to merge into you, and you can feel no difference between the water and yourself. When you feel that, you have shifted, and allow that to happen, because the waters are the same temperature as you, and there is no difference between the liquid crystalline water and you. It is as if you are melting into this petal of energy. And you are an embodiment of all of the complex, sacred, geometric shapes that you experience or that you remember. And bathe in these energetic frequencies and receive the downloads that are coming through the grand central sun, the divine, your own soul self, your beings, that you are connected into the oneness of this universe. As you breathe over the water. Allow yourself to breathe the feminine breath, the Raush Elohim, over the waters. And as you do this, give yourself permission to witness and to listen. Yalata shungan yala shubahan. Amman yalata shubaya la shubaya la shubaya humbain yalata shum. Amman yakukya shun yalata yabana yala na hungar shumban yalata yabunham. In yalata yahungai shumban yalata yahush ala hush. Imman yalata yahunda shumban yalata yahumban yahan. In yalataya hopaya pakin yalata shugen yalataya bakhndeashin yalatuhan. In yalataya bushan, in yalataya bushan, in yalataya bushan, yahanda hukal shumban yalataya humba handa, homban yalatay shu ala shu, in yalataya hungatu shaman yalanaya umbahan yalataya pashin yataya buhan, in yalata pu ala shinyae humban yala humban yala humban yala humban yala humban yala humbahan yashum. In yalataya hubaya handashun yalaya nishan yala puaman yala umba humba handa shumba yinaya handayati. In yalataya humbahan, in yalataya buhamahan ya humbahan dashum. In yalataya huay amman yala humay hinday. Humbaya hanyalayandu ahum. Himban yalayam baya huaya shum. Humbaya hum. Inda shumbaya hum. Humbaya hum. Humbaya Honyalaya hum. Honyalaya humay hundaya hunday. Hinyalaya tu kunday shum. Hundaya humbaya hunganyalay shumbay. Hundalaya gundun shunday. Humbanyalaya humbaya shumday. Hinyalaya humbanyayandu. We are the sons of the flame eternal. And know that when we say sons, we say S-U-N-S. So we are the sons of the flame eternal, and what this means is that yes, we are the sons, S-O-N-S, and the daughters of the flame eternal. For when you understand that there is no separation between the feminine and the masculine, and you are able to embody this, you are able to heal. For as I heal, you heal. As you heal, I heal. For I am you and you are me and we are one. And as you are bathing in this sacred geometric place, this cosmic flower, each time you integrate a past participle of your future self, you are able to hold this present moment where you can embody and emanate the force. What is the force? The force is the divine feminine. There is a reason as to why the feminine has been hidden from your histories, hidden from your cellular memory. It is not to be blamed. There is no blame, but in many ways, when you do not face yourself or face truths or ask questions and bring about soul inquiry, then you are perpetuating the obliteration or the silencing of the divine feminine. So when we come into this space, allow your power to flow with you. This is also not about bringing anger to the masculine. But what is empowering in this moment is that what each of you have done is that you have healed a wound, a huge wound from the collective. And you are bringing in these forces of light through you because you are willing to receive. Without the divine feminine, there is no creation. Without the divine feminine, there is no collective consciousness. Because you must be able to receive in order to create. So if there are forces that you perceive to be outside of you that are silencing the feminine, that are bringing in a false feminine energy, it is because this is the power. This is the power. This is the co-creator. This is the container. Without the container, we have no knowledge. We are not able to bring in energies from source. We are not able to bring the knowledge in. It is the divine feminine that embodies the knowledge so that it creates wisdom. And from within this wisdom, from within the Cathar body, within the Lemurian, within the Hyperborea, within the ascended masters, within these frequencies of energies, when they are healed, we can begin to remember that we are the oneness. We are water bodies. We are the divine feminine. We are the divine masculine. It is about partnership and honoring each one of our differences. And in this honoring and in this partnership, we create divine union. If you do not allow yourself to desire, then you are unable to desire the knowledge or the nectar of life, or the frequencies that are pouring in through the sun, through these solar energies. If you believe that the feminine energy belongs with the lunar frequencies, if you believe that there is shame in being a woman, if you have fears because you were murdered, because you experienced genocide, allow yourself to heal. Bring yourself into this space. Because in this moment, it is the 13th pillar of light that is coming into this space. And it is not about being 13. It is the 13th pillar that holds the space for all 12 of the light pillars. And this can only exist by being activated with the divine feminine energy and allowing her to heal so that the cosmic heart, which exists within the earth body, can be restored into its divine alignment. If you are a feminine, if you ignore your feminine aspect, if you are currently an embodied woman or you are transgender woman, and you feel less than, if you feel that you are always in a space of needing to prove your worth and your value, it is because you have allowed you have allowed the frequencies from the past and these other timelines become your truth. You have allowed the disintegration. You have allowed the false separation to exist within you, and this is common within the feminine. The feminine wound holds shame, does not desire. The feminine will masquerade as masculine because it is trying to step out into a society that does not honor it, that shames the feminine energy. This is frequently mirrored when you are holding a female body, because that is what is visible. But is necessary that even if you hold a male body, or you do not identify with either a male body or a female body, regardless, you hold feminine and masculine frequencies within yourself. So as we stand in the center, where we understand that we are the chalice embodied, because we recognize and know that we are self-mastered, divine, sovereign, and free from the influence of others, free from old timelines, free from everything that does not serve us, and we embrace the feminine body, knowing that in order to be embodied, we require the feminine. The feminine principle is simultaneously nowhere and everywhere, because it is the feminine principle that before creation occurred, when it was the creator that wanted to know itself, it was the feminine principle that went out into the darkness, went out into the blackness of nothingness to feel and to perceive. But that couldn't happen without the action of sending out. So it is the first primordial code of this universe that was sent out, was the diamond frequency of the divine feminine. But it cannot exist without the masculine connection. But first we must feel, understand, and value the feminine principle and embody that and allow that to emerge within us, because without that, the toxic masculine cannot be healed. It is the divine feminine that holds the container, that holds the space. Because within that container is consensus. It is only the divine feminine that is able to bring consensus into our space. Otherwise, without consensus, we have competition. We have masculine frequencies that only honor knowledge and the mind, and we become locked into an information age that prioritizes mental existence over embodying that knowledge and bringing it into a wisdom space. It is important to understand that it is the divine feminine, that it is the mother that is able to hold heart coherency and these beautiful heart frequencies. It is the only energy that is able to create and to hold the frequency of emotional intelligence. Consensus is imperative to the ascension process, and it requires the divine feminine. Because it is consensus that is defined as group solidarity in sentiment and belief. And without that, we do not have a collective consciousness. Without the divine feminine, our planet cannot expand, cannot ascend, and neither can we. If we continue without acknowledging and witnessing and rebirthing the feminine and healing the feminine wounds, we will continue to be extremely powerful thought forms existing on top of a material body, projecting thoughts out into the universe rather than embodying the human, divine DNA and being that we are, and allowing these frequencies to come into us so that we can express wisdom. We can create a collective energy field where we get to a point that we realize that we are not on top of the planet, but that we are a part of her, and that we are the divine thoughts expressed as her. And this can only happen if we desire the masculine and that we receive. Because it is the feminine aspect that is receptive and magnetic, and it is the masculine aspect that is electric and giving. So again, many of you may already be feeling some of the patterns of your own wounds that have come up in this lifetime. Many of the reasons as to why you do not value yourself is because because the feminine aspect has not been valued. It has gone through genocide and Holocausts. It has been torn away from being in unity with the masculine. And if that is not valued, yet you are here embodied as a woman, it makes it very challenging to value yourself. And then you begin to go into a space where you no longer open yourself to receive. So then the masculine comes to you and wants to give, and you will not open to receive because you are wounded, because you have become smaller. So understand that in this moment, as the solar dragons are here and the sons of the flame eternal, that they are here because this is you. And you are able to claim your sovereignty when you give yourself permission to observe your truths and to heal them. Because it is the divine feminine that is the force of creation. It needs the masculine, and the masculine needs the feminine. And together they create dynamic balance. So as you are in this space, and as if you have done amazing, incredible work to heal and to transmute these energies, step out of the pools, of the petals, of the flowers, and embrace this 13th pillar, this mother arc, this cosmic heart energy, and connect with those frequencies. Connect with your own divine heart. Connect with your truth and your wisdom. And you stand in this light and you bathe in this 13th pillar. And you allow your architecture to feel the warmth of the solar source energies. You are supported by the rainbow dragons that have also come and are holding space. This is big space. This is very big space that you are holding, not only for yourself, but for the human collective and for the planet, and for these really big energies that are part of this collective consciousness fields that you connect to intimately and directly. As you bring your divine willingness, your own frequencies shift, your own blueprint template shifts and opens. You are open to this idea of what it means to embody the sacred marriage within yourself. Now that you have healed parts of your template, you can allow these frequencies, these solar frequencies, and all of these dragon breaths that are coming in with rainbow codes that are filling it. Is like the Holy Spirit, the Elohim, these great grandmother frequencies. For it is within the dragon. The dragon is neither masculine or feminine, but they embody all elements that exist within this universe, and they are masculine and feminine, and they hold dynamic balance within them. But when they breathe their breath, it is the creation breath that sends out the feminine tones and sounds and frequencies. And so allow these color waves to enter into your base template that you have brought healing into, and stand into the center of this 13th pillar, knowing that you are embodying your own cosmic heart and coming into beautiful alignment and opening to and with Gaia's cosmic heart. You have restored your own ability to magnetize and to receive. You are the embodiment of the sacred unification process that is natural and innate to you. You are the mother principle of the sound, tone, and music of the spheres, each one holding a color-encoded frequency that fills your spherical light architecture. So in this moment, we open the Sophia codes, we open our diamond heart frequencies, we open the divine feminine heart with the intention to bring unconditional love, forgiveness, and closure to these painful histories that have been embedded in our pain bodies as well as the earth's bodies, and that have been interfering with accessing our own divinity. And when we do this, we bring in our sovereignty. We take personal responsibility and we do what we must do because we are being our true selves. We are divine, we are self-mastered, we are sovereign, and we are free. We bring unconditional love, forgiveness, and closure to these painful histories. They are lifted and enlightened, healed and forgiven. Lifted and enlightened, healed and forgiven. And they are released from our bodies and from our cellular memories. And we are whole. And we are in union with ourselves and our truths. And allow the multi-spectrums and the codes, and allow your sphere to be filled with these ultraviolet frequencies that are being breathed in from the heart of the universe, from within the 0 points that are being breathed in through these rainbow dragons that are coming from the breath of other universes, that are coming from the breath of the dragon consciousness, which exists beyond the threshold of creation. All of these solar frequencies and energies are in complete alignment, and allow them to fill your template, your perfect self, so that you can embody the truth of who and what you are. And open to these divine dragon codings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we love you, we love you, we love you. Happy embodiment. Happy solstice. We love you, we love you, we love you.